Same thing, Aiden. Ethan. And I can already see it right here, Ethan. If you're going to be hook blocking, that's too much space. So you'd really want to just bring it in a little bit tighter. Well, you got over there, buddy. I gotta give you that much. It was a good job getting your rear end in the hole. Aaron, you're still struggling there. Good tight split there. Oops. Something stopped working. Hold on. My computer occasionally decides it wants to freeze up. Try and got to keep that back flat, Trevor. Good job, Henry. And I would recommend, just from what I can see right there, I'm just going to back this up just a scooch. And Ethan, we've talked about this a few times, but the proximity of your hand and your foot, you're a tall guy. I would think probably moving your hand out away from your body might help you out just a bit. We should at least experiment with it while we're in practice. It forces you almost to stand up. You have no choice. So a little forward lean will help. Kind of got there late. He has no idea what we're doing. Yep, not bad, Aiden. I think you'll be doing some blocking soon. That's a great stance, Williams. I don't get enough opportunities to compliment you. This is pretty good. Make sure those toes, we don't ever want our toes out. We want them straight, or we want them slightly in to take advantage of the power in our hips. So, but everything's pretty good. Heads up, everything looks pretty good there. Pretty happy with that. Good step. Just got to move those feet. You never moved your feet, bud. You reached in there, but you didn't move your feet, which causes some great problems. You never moved your feet. Got to step with that right foot. Oh, not bad. Okay. Yep, you did. Just got to fire out. We're firing up. We're not firing out. Even on a hook block, let me just get back. We've got to, the first step, this foot should go from here to about here on the hook block. This hand should go from here to a straight jab and try to turn this guy's body at an angle. We want him to go from this to that. So if this was his head, this was his head and his arms, we want to turn him from that to that, and then we want to slide in behind him. So we would take 1, 2, 3, 4, all the time sliding our butt into the hole, and that's going to allow our running back to come through there. So that's what we're looking for. It's a big guy pushing you up. Still, it's not that bad. Trevor, you guys stood right up. You stay down. Wrong foot for Henry. You can see Henry knows how to block, but if you take a bad first step, and he's taking a bad first step, the bad first step is right here. That foot should have moved first. It should have been this foot that moved first. That would have changed everything. That foot would be back here, and this foot, and that would have, right now his hips are closed like this. We should really see his rear end already. This should be Henry's butt, just like that. It's probably not called for. But you are going to struggle to get your rear end in the hole when you take a bad first step. Standing straight up. We've got to fire out. Keep the back flat. That comes here. The back should be flat. And you've actually gone backwards. This was the starting line. So you've gone backwards. So now you're in the backfield. So if the play was coming this way, now the play needs to go away. So you guys have attacked. This hook block should be happening right here. I know that kid's huge, but still, that's the concept. A lot of work to do there. Is a decent. The thing for Austin, the opportunity for you to improve the most, because your stance looks good. It's your feet. You've got to run your feet. One thing that will help you to run your feet too is the proximity right there. And you have this sometimes. You have too close of a proximity. Your base is too small. And what you want your base to be is, I would have that hand way out here in front of my face mask. That way you'd have a bigger base. So if that was where your hand was going, right there, let me get rid of all that. If your hand was out here, you would just be able to, one, pop this guy much faster, but it just would open things up. Get your heels up too. Because your hand's so far back, it pushes weight onto your heels. You don't want weight on your heels. You want weight on your toes, and you want your heels. If this is your foot, just like this would be what's on the ground right here, and there should be air under your heel. That'll promote you running forwards. As it is, you get hit and popped up, and there, we were doing a drill here. I got you. That's what it was. There was confusion. Anyway, all the points I made are good, even if you were in a different drill. Supposed to be on our toes and fighting forward. I'm going to pop forward because it's not that beneficial watching this. There's Jonathan Freeman, who I hadn't seen all night, so let's see what he does. He's another one he's a center, so his arm won't be back. Jonathan, because you're hiking the football, your first step is even more important than everybody else's. By the time you hike the football and take a bad step, you can't even help us at all. And you're raising the wrong foot. If you're coming around this way, should have been the other foot. You've been blocking great, though, just so you know. Austin, I hope you could see that. Not bad, Ethan. We're going to get through this. See what Junior does. Pretty good. We're trying to be up on our toes here, so watch your toes, watch your heels, and see if you've got your heels up. Just watch your first step because of the way you start on your toes here. So, and I'm just going to quickly do it. I can't even help myself. That's great. I mean, you don't really want to be that much when you're in the game, but in this drill, that's great. And see where that first step ends up going. Let's see what happens. Nope, never moved your foot, Aaron. Aaron, you've got to learn to take that first step on the word go. But those are two good blocks. Very happy with the blocks. But it's always about beating that guy off the ball. We have the advantage. We know when we're going to hike the ball. We know you hear go, you kill the guy. It's a great stance, Max. I don't know why I haven't had any film of you. Oh, you got there a little bit late. That's a very good stance. One thing, just be sure the reason we set 4 is because we don't want shoulders. See Henry's? Shoulder 1, shoulder 2. You've got shoulder 1 and shoulder 2. And you always want to make sure you ski yourself up before you get going there. And